In northwest Montana, where I live, getting good wood to carve in can really be a challenge. And as you've probably seen a lot of my videos, I carve a lot of cottonwood bark, and I really like cottonwood bark, but I also love to carve in juniper. Juniper is probably my favorite wood. And as you can see on the one that I'm just now starting to rough out, that this outer area of this juniper log, and as I put this on my carving board, this is an actual log. If I measure from the top down, it's about 3 feet long. So I've got a good solid piece of wood. It's going to give me a lot of room to carve. I've got a lot of area that I can work with, which helps because you have a lot of decorations then that you can add to your carving. One of the things I always stress about carving is don't make the face too big into your wood or you run out of side area, and that really restricts what you can do as far as adding your decorations and so on to your wood carving. So follow along with me in this carving the wood spirit in juniper, and we'll see just how this turns out. You never know in juniper how much of this white wood you're going to have. You never know what kind of purple colors or reddish colors you're going to get. That's what makes juniper so much fun to carve, is you really have to adapt to what you have. And I love the aroma of juniper. Some people call it cedar. I've heard it called bowl cedar or Tennessee red cedar. This is actually, what I'm carving here is actually juniper. Now, as you can tell, so far I just have done just the basic rough out on this. But we don't want to waste our steps or make any mistakes, so I'll take a marker, make a few simple drawings, kind of give us an idea of what we have to work with. And I want to leave enough room for, a bit of a mustache, and that being the bottom of the mustache and this being about the top area of it. We'll have the bottom lip in here. Now this will move a little bit up and down. Because I'm putting a beard on here, right in this area here, we now have a little hair coming out, which of course will come down farther than the chin. And so we'll kind of work with the wood and see how that all fits in. So I've got a lot of area I'm going to work with now. So tools, mallet, just easy down. Now if you're going to use power tools, I can't stress, of course, the importance to make sure your eyes are covered, and these aren't the best of safety glasses, but they'll work. I've got a new tool I'm going to try. Juniper's fairly a hard wood, and you want to work with the grain, of course, so here, we'll give it a shot and see what it'll do. It's always good to plan ahead a little bit. Now I've still got this is a little oversized width-wise, which is good. I can bring that in. But I'm thinking that where his nose is sitting, I kind of like the sides there. So we're going to want to bring up the mustache kind of down on the sides, like that, and leave a little room for the lip. Of course, everything always carves away as far as whatever you draw. So drawing really doesn't do that much good. That'll be part of the beard there. I'll bring that in on the sides, probably about like that. You can tell the eyes are getting close. Now it's just been kind of a few minutes of brief rough out there, and so I'll take a power tool, a smaller power tool, and highlight some of this. Smaller tip, make a few highlights, and then we'll carve. Okay, you can tell I'm still a little strong on the nose, which is good. And one thing to keep in mind, if you do use power tools, they're going to fuzz on you a little bit. And that's because you never know which way the grain is going to go. So sometimes you kind of have to shift with your tool to get a cleaner cut. So we still have plenty of room to cut in on each side of the nose, which is good because that's going to have a lot to do with where our eyes go if we're going to get a good accurate type of a facial carving. And I'm liking the whitewood. I'm getting into the red here, and I'm going to be dropping a lot of this down because I want to have more redwood in here. So that means I'm going to get my mallet out and try to expose some of the redwood in the forehead. So in essence what I'm saying is I don't like the way this is. I'm going to drop everything down probably about 1 inch. Wow. Well, it's messy. If you use power tools, you want to have good glasses. Power tools sure help when you work on Juniper, but you know, you got to love the color, and the more that we develop it, the better it'll look. Gives it great character. I've been able to carve in, leave some of the whites where I want them. Got some nice facial colors, and of course wood finish will just really bring out the color. So carving the wood spirit of the mountain man can be done in a lot of different kinds of wood, and you can get some really interesting effects. Let's say I have about 4 hours into this so far, and I'm going to call it a day.